That's a bass, huh? That's a slab crappie, man. It just doesn't get any better. The smallmouth here in Champlain is phenomenal. Hey guys, welcome. It's Sunday night. Must be time for another weekend roundup. How's everyone doing this weekend? I'm George, your Pocono Outdoors guy, host, fellow angler. And look who we got back in the studio. It's Tim Keebler from Fin Seeker Guide Service.
Thanks, George.
Today's a special show. We are going to do that drawing for the free trip with Tim. So we are really looking forward to it. We're going to talk about some fishing in the river and even a little bit of offshore fishing for some tuna that you've been doing. So hang tight for that. I got to make a few thanks to some folks. First to Tim with Fin Seeker Guide Service. Always glad you support the program here. Premier guide on the Delaware River. You know, book that trip with Tim. He'll get you out on those catfish, those walleye, smallmouth, anything you want, you name it. He'll get you on there. Book your trip now. 215-262-4811. Get out for that trophy of a lifetime. Also, Tony My Job products. You know, Tony, their fall season's coming up. Those stripe will be coming back down. Be sure you get yourself geared up for all your stuff with the bunker spoons, the mojos, outrodders, custom rods, everything you need to get on those big old 50-pound stripers. So look up TonyMyJobProducts.com. Also, the Fisherman Magazine. You know, each week, Jim Hutchinson gives you a look ahead for the coming weekend, and I'll give you some tips what's happening right here in the Poconos as well. Hop over to thefisherman.com, pick yourself up a subscription, $29.95, get you 38 issues, all the tips, tactics, and tackle you need to be better fishermen. Well, I am so glad to have you back here in the studio, Tim.
Good to be back, George.
Yeah, we had a great show last time. I was, we talked about a lot of things on the river.
Yeah.
And we got a lot happening this week. I say we got we
drawing.
have the drawing for the giveaway. So we'll be doing that in a little bit.
Looking forward to that.
That's towards the end of the show. So be sure you guys hang around. We got some comments already. Let's see who's joining us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guy Swope. Hey, Tim and George. How you doing, Guy? How you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Hey, also, guys, remember last week we had the call-in where you can hop onto Facebook Messenger, hit that little audio call. Same thing this week. If you want to, have a question for Tim, you just want to call in, say hi. You got maybe something you caught you want to share with us, please, hop on, give us a ring. We're just here talking about fishing for a half an hour or so. So join the conversation. Yep. Be good to have you guys come in. So what the river? I mean, you've been out fishing the river a little bit, and from what I've seen, you've been catching some really chunky smallmouth yourself.
Yeah, definitely. There's been some real nice ones lately. With the heat wave, it's slowing down quite a bit. The feeding windows are a lot smaller right now.
Okay,
and so there's a lot of ways we've been trying to concentrate. Like I call it force feeding them.
Okay,
so we try to go with the top water bite to get the reaction strike out. Them, which goes against all of your deep water tactics, but early in the morning, late at night, when they're not feeding and they're tired, I can get them to come up on that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nothing like a top water bite as it is, then smallmouth on top of it.
Yeah. The one issue right now is they're not aggressive. So they're coming up and they're knocking it away, and then you're not getting that second chance.
I got you.
So you're getting more strikes that miss it than you are actual hookups because they're just not.
Right. It even gets a little more finesse. You got to. It's hard for me when I see it hit a top water not to set that hook. I just have such a hard time with that.
And everybody, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes out, it's there goes the Lord.
The Lord's over your head.
But hey, we'll take it, right?
That's funny.
Drew a strike, But
hey, Greg Schwam joined us. Hey, Greg, thank you very much.
There he is. Hey, Greg.
Hey, also Josh Taylor. Josh, we miss you here. Hopefully you'll be here next week. But yeah, Josh, we're talking. Hop on the conversation, leave a comment, or even dial in. Yeah. But we're just talking smallmouth, and we'll be talking tuna here in a few minutes. So really good to have you guys aboard.
Yeah. So a couple things to up the ante there with the smallmouth right now. It's tough. The water temp, I saw almost 82 degrees the other day.
In the river, that's crazy.
Yeah. And, you got low oxygen, everything's against you. So I've been paying attention to the barometer, which everybody pays attention to that.
Sure.
But it just gives you that little bit of edge. If you are near your fishing holes or you have the time, when it's right about to drop or starting to drop right before the front's coming, it gives you that little bit of edge.
They're going to get active.
A little bit aggressive,
Yeah.
And then with the moon, I think I was telling you before,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Moon's a big thing. It's a huge topic. you can go on and on. Some people that, oh, they bite better on a full. They don't bite on a full.
Right.
Everybody has an opinion. However, as it's tough now, that is one thing to pay attention to.
Right.
They have all these apps on the phone, right? And I got to tell you, I've been proving it to myself with customers. So, you might 5 to 7 in the morning, you're not catching any fish. And I look at that thing and it says 8 to 10, there's a bite. Well, the last couple of weeks, it's really been spot on.
Oh, really?
So I think that just gives you that little bit of window to make you feel comfortable, and something triggers due to the angle or the moon or whatever. That's a real thing.
Right.
So
whatever gives you confidence, I think that's half of it.
And you have such hot water and the fish are not aggressive. So you add a barometer to that and maybe an early morning, and
just
you might
put them all together,
put everything together. And that's how you up the ante, so to speak.
You take whatever advantage works for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Ryan Swope says, hey, guys. Hey, Ryan, how you been?
Hey, Ryan.
Greg Schwam. Hello, Greg. And he says, Easton says hello. Your little fishing buddy, Easton.
Hey, Easton. How you doing, buddy?
We got him in the trophy board, so we're going to be talking about Easton again. The guy's a great little fisherman.
Yes, he is. Yep.
He's going to outfish us pretty soon, I think. Probably another year or two.
He's already outfishing me on the muskies.
That's great. Love to see the little guys getting into it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what else is biting the river? How the catfish doing? Anything happening there?
Yeah, the flatheads are lighting up good now.
Good.
I have a few dozen eels in a 100-quart cooler.
Nice.
Running on my front porch right now. So
sweet.
Hoping to sling some of them around this week.
Nice.
But some of the local guys have been really putting a good hit on them.
Anything sizable?
Yeah, 20, 25 pounds, nothing gigantic. Like seems to be a 15-pound cookie cutters a lot of guys are getting, but 15-pound flathead
in current
on a 6-foot medium light with a 2500 series rod, with 20-pound braid,
right? Where
you feel everything. Oh, it's
a good fight.
It's on, yeah. They're not a trash bag by any means.
Oh no,
they fight like son of a.
I think a lot of people just underestimate that as a sport fish.
Yeah,
people think catfish are trash fish. Same with carp,
right?
But they're trash fish, but they're really great game fish. And
the carp are trophy fish to catch on lake tackle.
They are
unbelievable.
They
pull like crazy.
People don't realize that. I know Josh and I go out Josh is a much better carp fisherman than I am. But he goes out there and gets his 25-pound, 26-pound carp, and I've just seen him smoke their, the reels on those things.
They do, yep. And the carp fishermen are an elite group themselves. It's amazing, all their little rigs with the tiny little hooks and
the little tiny Gamakatsu hook, and you get a 25-pound fish. It's amazing. It's a great time too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So who we got? Ryan Sturgis says, hey Ryan, how you doing, bud?
Hey Ryan.
Gary Gasman, how's the striper fishing on Beltsville? Gary, I'm going to be honest with you. It's been so crowded up here, and I know everybody's been tied up with everything that's been going on, and they're just dying to get out. And when they get out, even the DNCR here at the lake says the lake's being overloved. I think they're being nice about it. It's just, it's overrun. I don't think you can launch a boat if you wanted to. You're certainly not going to fish with the incredibly jet skis flying everywhere. It's just summertime is hard when you get to these state parks. That's why I look to guys. You want to go catch some holdover stripers? Give this guy a call on the river because they're doing. You're catching a few.
Yeah, we'll catch a few when we go catfish. What we'll do is we'll target the flatheads and the stripers will be a bycatch. There are a few ways to target them, but you better be ready for a long night.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you said, I've seen that same influence in the river. The just unbelievable amount of people.
Gary, what I'm doing is I'm waiting basically till after the upcoming holiday weekend. You get that Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend out of the way, and
Labor Day.
And just the kids will be back to school, hopefully in some form or other. Folks will be back to work, and just let that water temp come down a little bit. And then, the stripers will probably be good. But right now, I'm kind of sitting that out just because it's just too crazy. Josh Taylor says, I've been dreaming of big flatheads lately. Well, maybe we can go out and hang with Tim one day. And
Josh, let's go.
Let's go. We can do it, buddy.
Let's go.
You're up here for a little while. Yeah, let's go. That's not even a question. Looks like we're booked.
Yep.
Scott Turdo says, evening, fellas, knock a mixing in the morning. Oh, good for you, buddy.
Yeah,
how's that been doing up there? I mean, they have the same problem with crowds. I know that's really busy on the weekends as it is. I hopefully they're able to get out a little bit better.
It's very crowded up there.
Is it?
I drove by there the other day. Yes, it is. They're catching them big stripers. Them guys doing it early and late.
I know that's probably even a better striper lake than Beltsville. I know I talk about it because I'm right down the road. But,
absolutely.
But yeah, Nockamixon's a great striper fishery.
It's a hidden fishery still to this day.
We didn't say that here.
Yeah, right. Doesn't mean you're going to catch them if you
no.
It's very hard. It takes years to figure them out to get them consistently.
Yeah. That's what people think. You're spot burning a lake. Nope. It's not that easy to just go and pick up.
It's not.
Throw a bobber or a worm out.
You might get lucky and catch one, but to be consistent, it takes a lot of effort.
How you doing, Randy? Josh Taylor says 10 to 4 a.m. Yeah, you're right. You go nocturnal. You fish the night, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah, you know
it. Gary says fish with down. Yeah, we do too. That's my big technique. I love the trolling game. Just ask Josh. He likes fishing the top water and the bank. Trolling's my game too. I do the same thing. Fish the downriggers, get under that thermocline, and that's where those big ones are hiding. That's a great technique. Scott Turdo says been crushing smallmouth on the Delaware with the Z-Man TRD. Yeah, Ned Riggin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the bugs. Yeah, that's their new one, I think. The TRD bugs.
Yeah.
But those slow Ned rigs, that finessing
works really good. Yeah. You hold your boat over them deeper holes. The problem with them rigs is in the current. They're you have to figure it out. There's a way to work them, but they're not really made for a lot of current. So you got to fish your
find the eddies
your hole, which obviously the smallmouth migrate to in the warmer water.
Sure.
So it combines with the two things at once.
Yeah. But there's still good river fishing. I just got to be patient with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can catch fish for sure. But like you said, it's a lot of people out and the temperatures. So you just got to be flexible.
I like Josh's idea. Go out at night, just cooler and
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Like listening to you guys. Well, we like having you listen. That's why we're here. It's building that community of outdoorsmen. So we'd like to have all you guys here.
Yeah.
What's any of the offshore in the Delaware around Stockington, Lambertville, and anywhere that you recommend fishing around the Stockton, Lambertville area?
Oh, well, through that oxygenated fast water below the Lambertville Wing Dam is good fishing. Dangerous with the boats. You just have to
be smart about it.
You got to be smart about it. And same with from the bank. Those rocks are slippery, and what you catch a fish and you get water all over the rock. You go to step there and you're in the river. So the river is dangerous, but you want to fish the fast water right now because it's oxygenated and the fish like it.
It's going to hold the fish.
We've been pulling a lot of fish right out behind big rocks, almost like you're trout fishing.
Okay.
Or sitting right on the seams of the eddies. And that Lambertville area is a good spot. It's full of eddies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hope that answered your question there, Craig. Thank you for that. So if you can get out and do any of that right now, and let's say your options are kind of limited. I mean, it's bass fishing's tough, and again, the striper fishing's tough right now.
Yeah, trying to catch a muskie.
Well, Josh is a big muskie fisher, and one of the things that he always talks about, especially with catch and release, you catch something in this hot water,
not good.
The mortality rate is just going to be sky high because you're not going to do a successful release when the water is 85 degrees.
Yep.
So you let them things go, let the water cool down, target muskie in the fall.
They say month with R's at the end.
Okay.
So, October, November, September. That's good for the muskie.
Yeah, especially for releasing them. So that's good stuff. Well, how about we talk? Anybody got any more questions about the river? Because we're going to go talk about some tuna fishing. Tim was out this morning and
yesterday. Yep.
Oh, today.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yep.
And he came up here from the shore here.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit what you're about fishing for. And
well, right now we've been tuna fishing. Tuna fishing for the last 2 months has been very good.
Really, yellowfins?
Yeah. Well, we've had the bluefin first, and now we're in the good yellowfin bite. We catch pretty much they seem to be from 30 to 60 pounds right now.
But they'll give you a good workout for sure.
Oh yeah, and they're a little more manageable for the average person. They're not going to have their back broke.
Well, I see you have given a young fella here kind of a workout in this picture.
Yeah, that was actually yesterday. These guys, just young kids, and that was probably over a half hour into the battle.
Really?
And I've seen grown men give up in 20 minutes. These kids they wanted to get that fish. I was so, nice to see.
You get impressed with kids that have that kind of drive to stick with it.
Yeah. And then when they walk down the dock at the end of the day and say, I couldn't have done it without your guidance, it's just makes it, it's what guiding is all about.
Absolutely love that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And, then we caught 6 fish for them, so they went home with plenty of meat,
plenty of tuna.
Yeah. So,
hey, we got John Augustine joining us. Hey, John. He says, "Hey guys,
how you doing, buddy?"
He says, "Tim, so flatties, what areas do you target?" We want to jump back to that real quick on the flatties.
Oh, sure. Well, I'm fishing the Regalsville, Upper Bucks County area for them, for the most part. Yep. Jump around depending on the height of the river. I have my different spots depending on the flow. But yeah, Upper Bucks County, we're looking at flathead fishing right now. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Does that work for you, John? Thank you for asking.
Yeah, John, give me a call, bud.
Always. But yeah, like we were talking about the tuna. I mean, that's a great trophy, especially for kids that don't, haven't got a lot of fishing experience behind them.
Yeah, it was a nice morning. It actually worked out perfect. The one kid and his father, they had never been offshore or anything like that. So we pulled up into Autolife. There was 10 whales. There was finbacks and humpbacks, 2 different types of porpoises. It was National Geographic. They were spouting everywhere.
Oh man!
And it was all the life you're looking for. And it was just, they said at that point they were like, "This is amazing!" Before they even had caught a fish.
That's great.
So to go through all that, and then we tried chunking for a little while.
That was my next question. We get trolling or chunking.
So we set up on the chunk. And the sharks came.
Okay.
So, but it was good in a way without knowing it, because now the kids got to fight 8-foot, 200-pound sharks and get the feel for the belt and the rod and everything, and before they got the tuna. So it worked out perfect. You couldn't have scripted it any better.
Yeah, that's the thing with those young guys. They can go catch a 200-pound shark, then turn around and catch a tuna. Us old guys be sitting down having a beer or something.
I know. And the one kid, I said, "You all right? You all right?" He said, "I'm not stopping until I get this thing up here." I was like, "That's great." You
give him a high five and say, "Next one's yours."
It was a fantastic day.
You gotta love that stuff.
Yeah, I love it offshore. I fish for everything. I'm diehard in the river, but there's a few months out of the year where you can't keep me out of the deep water.
Right.
That's right now. So
you gotta love that stuff.
Yeah.
What size boat you guys are running out there?
This is a 32 CV with twin 300 Yamahas, center console. We have all the electronics and everything, safety equipment, everything that you could possibly need.
Now you mate for this guy, the charter,
yes, I
right?
do. Yep.
Why don't you tell the folks who it is?
It's Shark Inlet Charters, Mike Formicella.
Okay.
He's very well known captain in the area down there.
Looks like he's really successful too.
He's very well respected captain down there. He's very successful. He's one of them guys where you hear on the radio everybody calling him. So it gives you an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I've known Mike for many years now, and put a lot of fish and a lot of people on fish, and he's a great family guy too. He does a lot of inshore stuff where after work magic hour trips, which is great. People come out with their kids.
Okay.
They'll go catch sea bass and flounders and fluke and for 3-4 hours, and not diehard trips.
Sure.
Where you're beating everybody up.
Yeah.
So he's got it figured out. Great captain.
It's the way to go. Looks like he's really got some happy customers there.
Yeah. Yep. Sure does. Yep.
That's awesome.
Fish a lot as friends, and I also work for them too. So
yeah.
There's a couple cool pictures.
Yeah, a couple more guys getting on some nice fish too.
Yep. Yep. And I don't know if there was a picture of this kid here. We had the tuna blood on his cheeks for like
his tribal
the war paint. Yeah, it was great. It was great. He was into it. So
you can make him eat the heart or something like that.
He wouldn't do it.
No.
I tried. I gave it to him. He looked at that. He said, "I'm going to feed this to the dolphins." You know?
Smart kid, you know.
Yeah. He's like, "We're good.
We're good." Yeah.
Gotta
love it. Getting some nice fish there.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
Yeah, and then we had a great weather window on that trip as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't always work out there. We had a lot of fog this year. You get about 50 miles from land, and it's zero visibility fog. So it does a couple things. You got to stare at the radar all day,
right?
And then you can't see the whales and the life. You know, sometimes you can see that for 2-3 miles away on a clear day.
Sure,
and that's where it's at. You don't just go out into the ocean and put out something. You have to go where the life is. All that water, you know, and you don't just, you got to find humps where the bait is. And
that was my thing. Do you like, it's not like wreck fishing where there's a piece that you can set up on. It's a little different than that.
It is. It's huge. One of the biggest things with offshore fishing would be your network of friends. Mike has guys that are coming in as you're going out, people that are spending the night. You just get the GPS numbers of where them whales are.
Sure.
And we run, Friday night, whatever you want to say it is. When we left the dock 2 a.m.
Right.
And we ran 70 miles for specific numbers where the bait and the life was. It wasn't there.
By the time you got there.
It wasn't there. Yeah. But we found it not far away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but you're close.
And so it's all about your network of people.
Right.
It really helps.
Now, do you normally trawl for them or do you always chunk?
No, we don't chunk a lot really much anymore. When we chunk, we'll be doing our overnight trips. We'll leave early, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. We'll set up on the chunk overnight. Typically, we troll until we find the life or the fish.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, or sometimes trolling's all it's going to work, when the sun gets up middle of the day. But I got to tell you, the last 5-6 years, the jigging and popper bite is incredible.
That's got to be explosive to have.
I can't even explain it. We have to do a whole nother show on it because it's just the most exciting fishing you've ever done. And there's a lot of people that might be watching it know. I mean, it's you dropping down a jig 200 feet of water and you start getting that thing coming up and they hit it at 60 mile an hour. 50-pound yellowfin on spinning gear, it's on.
Right.
I mean, it's just exciting, let alone the poppers. You get in there when the tuna are going and you throw a popper in there and then boom, one hits it and knocks the popper out and then another one eats it. And it's just about as exciting.
It's a frenzy.
It's great. And the last few years, we've had a bluefin bite that's just been cooperating almost every time you go out.
I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. We'll come out with you and I'll film that for you guys. And then we can show it on the show.
I tell you, Mike, you would be into it. Yeah.
Let's
we'd love to take
that.
you out. You would love it. Yeah.
Let's talk about
incredible. That. Yep. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. I mean, that's really changed the way we fish. We always have poppers and jigs ready. And when we find that life, the first fish of the trip over the weekend came on a jig.
Did it?
Yeah. So
you guys did pretty successful. I'm just here looking at what you guys hit the dock with.
There's the dock picture. Yep. 6 yellowfin up to about, I'd say the biggest one was probably pushing 55 pounds.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful fish.
Did you have one of the young guys bringing that in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So all 4 guys got to reel one in.
Okay.
And then the 2 kids reeled in 2. And they also got 2 sharks. So it was pretty much action.
They were worn out by the end of the day.
Oh yeah. They slept in the beanbag chairs on the ride in. Yeah.
That's when you're successful.
Yeah.
When
They were done. We took pictures of them. That one kid, you could like, come on, get up. And he didn't even move.
He didn't move.
Yeah. But they'll remember that trip the rest of their life.
Rest.
And so will their fathers. And so will I, quite frankly. It was a very gratifying trip. And it happens quite often with the younger kids. It's, and even regular fishermen. I mean, just the camaraderie with the guys that you meet,
exactly.
River and ocean. I've made a lot of friends through the industry, and it's just incredible the people you meet. And,
without a doubt. And that's exactly why we do what we do here. It's just getting everybody together and making good friends.
Yeah, you got it, George.
Love it.
Yeah.
Who we got? We got Samantha saying, hey. Hi, Samantha.
Hey, Samantha.
Josh Taylor says, how big are the bluefins you're getting?
So right now they seem to be the cookie cutter 30-40 pound fish. The big fish moved in the spring. They're gone. They're up, New England area now. and maybe they'll be back late fall, early winter to get another shot at them. But actually, there are some big ones. They're always around. They're migrating north. I have a little like theory, like if they're down here, they come up, spin around here on the bait for a little bit, but their mind is telling them to get towards the cooler water all the time. But yeah, they've been pretty much cookie cutter, smaller bluefin. But the way you're getting them mostly is on the jigging and the popping.
I got you.
So a 30, 40 pound bluefin.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's so exciting. I mean, you know, it's like a 10-minute battle or something, which is great.
But it's high speed. They're just so fast.
Oh, sometimes they're around a boat under the motors, and you might double up or triple up. So now you got lines crossed and everybody's screaming and the drags are going. And a couple trips ago, we tripled up. Three friends. We pulled up into the life, dropped 3 jigs down, 3 fish on instantly. We were crisscrossed every direction. I got a really green yellowfin right to the boat. Cap, buddy of mine, comes over, sticks the thing with the gaff, goes berserk, breaks the gaff, takes off. The fish takes off. I get it back to the boat. It gets eaten by a shark. I mean, like, you can't make this stuff up. It's just incredible. It's just unbelievable.
Makes for good film. But
I tell you, just all that stuff combined up through a 12-hour day, you're just overwhelmed with, you know, stuff that happens out there. It's really good.
I got a lot to learn about tuna, so work with me a little bit. You know, our other sponsor, Tony Maggio, has been telling me they've been getting lots of like big eye tuna.
Oh yeah,
on those like number 1, number 2 spoons out there.
Okay,
is that a technique you guys use at all?
We don't really do that. I'd like to try it though. That's very interesting that you say that, because I didn't know that yet. Yeah,
the bunker spoons are dragging around for the big eyes.
Interesting. So the big eyes, they're 800 feet or more. They like that, maybe even in the canyon, 2,500, 3,000 feet. Where we've been fishing 70 miles out, you probably won't see a big eye there.
Gotcha.
You got to get into the Hudson or any canyon, or they're up on the banks right by the canyon.
Okay, so they can shoot down in the deep water.
They're just pelagic to the fullest extent. They're an offshore loner. They run in packs by themselves. They don't really like hanging out with other fish.
Right.
And they like it deep, and they want that freedom to go down, you know, and they will bust you.
Yeah.
200-pound big eye is a mean fish. You're in for a couple-hour battle. Even with right gear, that they're mean. You know, they really fight.
Yeah, that's always surprised. I mean, some a lure that you use for stripers, he says, just been absolutely destroying the big eyes. So.
It makes sense because we catch them on another type of like a diving lure as opposed to bringing them up.
Right.
There's another like a diver that we run down there, and they get them on that too.
Cool.
Yeah. We actually 2 weeks ago we ran 93 miles to some numbers where there was a really good big eye bite, and they were gone. We wound up catching 2 yellowfin on a double at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we fished the rest of the day with we didn't even raise a fish. So I mean, it is fishing, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I think is fortunate, like especially with stripers. I mean, it's like a saltwater fish. It is a saltwater fish in freshwater.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck. They can't hide. I mean, they're somewhere.
Yes.
When you're in the ocean, there's a lot of places they can go. You know,
you're right. They go up, down, and then they don't have to come up. Like
they don't. Yeah.
There's a lot of times we'll be trolling and we'll be marking loads of fish where you're almost cringing, like something's going to bite.
Sure.
Nope. They don't come up. You know, it's not the time for them to come up.
We've had them on Beltsville marking stripers where I could have walked from one side to the other. They were so thick and they just not biting.
You know, you're looking at the rod, just waiting. It's going.
It kills you, though.
It doesn't.
It just kills you.
Oh, it's the worst. You know what we usually do then? You can't do in the lake. Going back to the open water, we just leave.
Yeah.
You might run 6, 8 miles, maybe 10 miles, you know, and then if you have a boat with a tower, if you get up in the tower, you can see fish 5 miles away, you know, and then you can get out of that and try something different.
Well, at least in the lake, you just stripers aren't, but you go hunting smallmouth or something like that.
Change your tactics.
Change it up a bit.
And we do that offshore too as well. You might have to change and go for tile fish or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
There's always options, you know.
Absolutely.
Randy Potter says been fishing with Tim for years.
Yeah, really Randy. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, he did. Tim does great work. He's a great guy. That's why we got him on here. We'll bring the best on.
Yeah, Randy's been fishing with me probably close to 30 years, 25 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Known Randy a long time. He's a good fisherman, good guy.
Well, thank you, Randy. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any other things about tuna you want to talk about, or because we can start moving on to show you what some of the other folks are catching on the trophy board here.
Yeah.
Guys, you got any questions? Don't feel bad about giving us a call or leave a comment. We can still do that. But we're going to move on to, I think, the trophy board here and see who else is catching what. All right, let's see. We got Dan Rowell. He was out there. Yeah, your buddy.
Yeah.
He was out there getting some flounder and some sea bass.
He's on it.
He was on it.
Like I said, nice looking fluke, isn't it?
I know, isn't it? That's why I said it's dinner time.
Yeah.
Without he said, you know it.
Yeah.
Our good friend Justin Lerner, he was out on some.
Is that a big eye there?
No,
I
can't tell either.
It's a big eye or a bluefin. Nice fish, man.
Yeah. Justin's always been dialing in. If he's not on a Passaic getting pike, he's out offshore catching great fish. So
I see his photos out there. Yeah.
Good work, Justin. Thank you very much. Nick Canestra out there. This was in the upper Chesapeake by the word of the Susquehanna dumps in.
A big bass,
it was like, I think it was a 7-pounder.
That's a big bass.
But he released it. So took a pick, got her back in the water. Yeah. Great work, Nick. Always love to see your stuff. You catch some monsters. Dave Getz was out catching some gar. He didn't quite tell me where he got this. I think it's a secret spot. I can't blame him, but great work. Nice gar. Huh. Ryan Swoop. Yeah, Ryan, we got you in here. This is Ryan's PB. It was about a 4-pounder. He got up and so he got it. He was really excited with that, and so was his pop.
That looks like a river fish.
Yeah, it is a river fish.
Yeah, good job, Ryan. Yeah.
And here's your buddy too, Easton Schwam.
Easton.
He's out slaying them again.
He's on the carp.
On a carp.
This guy's a multi-species angler, isn't he?
I'm telling you what. I'd say he's going to outfish us next year, probably this year.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be outfishing us.
Nice job, Easton.
Look at the smile on the kid. I mean, he's going to be dangerous in a couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
it's good to see.
You look at a carp like that, and Matt, that's such a great fight for a young fellow like that. It's not like catching bluegills. He's got his hands full.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a 10, 15-pound carp. Yeah. I bet you. Good job.
Actually, I got you and your guys out there with this stuff. So, you were out catching the tuna and all your team there.
Yeah, it was Andrew and Cody, them two young bucks. They were die-hard offshore fishermen, I got to tell you.
And great smiles on them, too. It looks like they had a good time.
Tough kids. Real good time. Yep.
Looks like a great one. What happened to my thing there?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that was, but okay. So that's our trophy board for the week. Thank you, everybody that participated in that. Lots of great fish. We always love to see them. But you know what? Now I think it's time we get into our live drawing.
Yes.
What happened to my thing here? Whoa. Backing up here. George is having problems here with his software. Okay.
Oh, well.
We got it.
We'll figure it out.
So now it is time. Everybody that entered for a free trip with Tim, we have in our basket here. So what we're going to do is kind of shake this up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have you reach in and pick out a name.
All right.
No peeking.
Nope. I'll look over here. Sounds good. We'll go with that one right there.
All right.
Is that one?
Do you want to read it or you want me to read it?
Go ahead. You can read it.
All right, everybody. The winner is Chris Johnson.
All right.
Chris, how you doing? And Chris wants to fish smallmouth with you.
Okay, Chris. Sounds good.
So congratulations
You're in.
Chris Johnson.
Yeah. We'll put you on some smallmouth, buddy. Yep.
What we'll do is I'll give this to Tim. You guys can hook up, talk about where you want to go. And if you don't want to go for smallmouth, you want to change your mind, that's okay too.
Whatever you want to do. Yep.
Yeah, but smallies, that's a good little trip.
Smallmouth is great. Looking forward to it. I would suggest we wait till the water cools down a little, but we'll figure it out, whatever you want to do.
This is kind of cool. I remember when Chris sent me this email. I think he's going to bring a couple of vets with him. He's really big into the vets and helping the vets out.
Oh,
and I think that's
excellent.
I think he's going to bring a couple.
Yes.
So you guys tie in and you guys talk about
buddy.
that.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'll give that one to you.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone that entered, I want to thank you guys so much. That was a really fun little contest, and thank you for offering it to everybody. I know we talked about doing something nice for the viewers.
Oh yeah, it's a great thing. I'm all for it.
Very generous in that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, and I appreciate everybody entering.
Yeah,
great. It's really cool to see all the people wanting to get on board.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the variety that people wanted to go through, and how many people wanted to hit stripers, and it
seems like striper fishery seems to be I get a lot of people interested in, and year after year as the stripers seem to be better, and it is what it is. So
I think over half the people almost half the people entered wanted to go for stripers. So,
okay.
So that was a
good
variety.
Yep. Sounds good to me. I love fishing. We'll fish for anything that swims in that river.
Yep.
And offshore.
Hey, there's your buddy Mike Formicello right there.
Oh, there he is.
Go Timbo, you're a natural.
Hey, Mikey.
That's
We're
awesome.
gonna hook up with George. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, let's do that one day.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. What do you think we kind of wrap things up here a little bit?
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Yep.
Again, definitely want to thank Tim for all his help and all his support here with Poker Outdoors Guy. Be sure you guys get out and book your trip with him. Tim Keebler, 215-262-481. Book now. He's got some trips open. You know, you guys want to get out for some smallmouth.
Yep.
Fall's coming now. Be sure you get your reservation in, because once that temperature cools down,
it's on.
You won't have a day off for
a
while.
No, we'll be on the water a lot. Yep, you got it, George. Yep.
Also, special thanks to Tony Maja Products, the Fisherman Magazine, and as always, we welcome your comments. Send those pictures into us at poconogeorge@outlook.com. It's been a great show. I love having all you guys here. Tim, thank you again.
Oh, thank you, George.
Really appreciate everything.
Appreciate it. Yep. Great time.
That's going to wrap it up for this week. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
Great.
Bye-bye.
See you.